China bus collides with lorry, killing 36. Road accidents are relatively common in China. At least 36 people were killed after a bus collided with a lorry in eastern China, authorities said. Investigators believe the accident in Jiangsu province happened when the bus, carrying 69 people, veered across a motorway because of a flat tyre. News from BBC. All photos may not represent the story. Watch to learn English the way you've learnt your mother tongue, as this video is especially made. It then crashed into a lorry, which was said to be carrying 3 people and moving in the opposite direction. Deadly road accidents are relatively common in China, where traffic rules are often flouted. In addition to the fatalities, another 36 people were reported to have been injured in the crash, with 9 in a serious condition, authorities said on Sunday. Emergency responders were sent to the scene immediately, they said. In 2015 alone, some 58,000 people were estimated to have been killed in accidents across the country. Violations of traffic laws were blamed for almost 90% of accidents that resulted in deaths or injuries that year, AFP news agency reports. The following has been taken from WHO. Key facts of road safety in China. 1. In China, hundreds of thousands of people lose their lives and are injured each year due to road traffic crashes. 2. Road traffic injuries are the leading cause of death for persons aged between 15 and 44. This group accounts for more than half of all road user deaths. Vulnerable road users, pedestrians, motorcyclists and cyclists, account for the majority of deaths. 3. In rural areas, riders of motorbikes and bicycles are at risk of injury and death on unsafe roadways. The growth in the use of e-bikes, electric bikes, is an emerging issue. 4. Improving road safety throughout China involves a systematic approach to all relevant factors: the environment, the vehicle, and the user. 5. Focusing on the user, road safety programs are increasing public awareness of risks, advocating appropriate legislation and supporting local legislation to better enforce existing laws. Traffic speed in China. 1. Speed has been identified as a key risk factor in road traffic injuries in China. It accounts for 14% of all crashes, resulting in death and influences both the risk of a crash and the severity of the injuries. 2. Pedestrians have been shown to have a 90% chance of survival when struck by a car traveling at 30 km per hour or below, but less than a 50% chance of surviving an impact at 45 km per hour. Pedestrians have almost no chance of surviving an impact at 80 km per hour. 1, 2, 3. Speed enforcement activities are targeted at locations where and at times when drivers are likely to be speeding. Mobile and fixed speed cameras are being used. Drinking while driving in China. 1. Driving under the influence of alcohol increases both the risk of a crash and the likelihood that death or serious injury will result. 2. The risk of being involved in a crash increases significantly above a blood alcohol concentration (BAC) of 0.04 grams per deciliter. 3. Laws that establish BACs of 0.05 grams per deciliter or below are effective at reducing the number of alcohol-related crashes. 4. In 2011, China implemented new legislation for drink driving and drunk driving. This was a watershed moment for drink driving policy in China. 5. Under the new legislation, those with a BAC between 0.02 grams, 100 milliliters and 0.08 grams, 100 milliliters are identified as drink drivers. Those with a BAC in excess of 0.08 grams, 100 milliliters are defined as drunk drivers. 6. Drink drivers risk the seizure of their driving license and a fine. 3. Drunk drivers can be detained until sober and lose their license for 5 years. 4. Drunk drivers involved in severe accidents face criminal charge and the loss of their license for life. E-bikes in China. 1. There is a growing trend toward the use of electric bikes or e-bikes. 2. By 2011, there were 120 million e-bikes registered in China, and the number is forecast to increase. 3. The majority of e-bikes on China's roads are capable of speeds in excess of the 20 km per hour. 4. While the use of e-bikes has the potential to reduce environmental pollution, research indicates they have a significant impact on road crashes, fatalities and injuries. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.